Hello, hello, hello. My name is Kevin. We are Dirty 20 Gaming. It's Friday night, which means it is time for the Friday night fun shots, which means it's time to get ridiculous and silly and make jokes that your workmates might not appreciate and have stories to tell all next week and looking around going, I can't tell them and I can't tell them. I could probably tell them, but probably not at work. It's that night. It's that night to do this. The look of fear. I love the look of fear. Fear and terror. Fear and terror are two weapons. Fear and terror. Um, Before we get into it any deeper and make any more references to movies, I do want to dot my I and cross my T because there's only one of each this week. Our virtual tabletop of choice is Roll20. That's the where you'll see the rolls on the side of the screen here, and the art behind us making up the overlay is from Pixabay. So big thank you to both of those sources because I can't afford to pay for art, and it's very cool that they offer it for free. So good on them. With that, we are playing another Grant Howitt game tonight. There's not an endless list of them, but there's a lot. But we're going back to one of my favorites tonight. This is Beautiful Space Pirates. This is a group set in the future of charming, witty, handsome, well-dressed, borderline famous, borderline crazy space pirates taking on missions that no sane person would possibly take on. So tonight we are playing Beautiful Space Pirates. This episode is called Just the Right Messiah for the Job. Before we figure out exactly what that means, and I got to keep talking because apparently, oh, there it was. My connection to Roll20 quit for a second there. It's like they were checking in on me. I paid, I really did. Before we go to that, I want to let these fine folks tell you what they're doing when they are not here gaming with us. Let's start with, let's just do it in alphabetical order. Farah, what do you do when you're not gaming with us?
Hi, everyone. I'm Farah. I am a teacher, so I am not on the interwebs. You will not find me anywhere. You will not find me anywhere.
Except here.
So that's what I'm doing when I'm not here.
We have exclusive rights, is what you're saying. I like that very much. Next in the row, Saber. You have you art and you do all kinds of things. Where can we find your stuff?
Hi everyone, I'm Saber. My pronouns are they, them if you're talking about me with friends, and I have an Instagram. It's at Saber_sensei. Oof, it's been a long week. I'm also a teacher, and January is the longest year of the month.
Yep.
I said that way on purpose.
Yes.
And so I do some arts, and I've been part of Mercs of Mischief in the past and love being part of Dirty 20 Gaming. And yeah, happy to be here. Thanks for having me.
Awesome. Thank you very much. Next, this man and I have a history now. It can now be measured in years that we've actually played together. And that's pretty cool. Scarred Adventurer, where can we find you and all the people that are part of your group?
Yes, I am the Scarred Adventure. When I'm not here on Dirty 20, I am running a strange website called thescarredadventure.com. Link is in chat and other places. You'll find it.
Come to the Discord. We'll get you hooked up.
Yes, I have a bunch of wonderful people there. I'm always looking to expand the people that want to join in. It's really, I am just very excited to be here. I'm very excited to have my small very small community at thescarredadventure.com. And it is, yes, there is also now social media, which I'm beginning to work on.
Yes.
It's a mess.
But the fact that some of your community already knows it exists tell me you've got engagement in your community, and that is spectacular. I know most of them, and it doesn't surprise me that they're behaving well over there and being very creative. That's awesome to hear. Thank you for giving them the place to do that.
Yeah, no problem. And if you want to join the Scarred Adventure community, send me a message.
Absolutely.
That is the general rule.
That's how it works. I can't contact you until you let me know that you want to be contacted, right? Which brings us to Wookie, author, the other things.
In messages with the Scarred Adventure, and am hoping that editing and transferring to digital, because I have a physical writing process first.
Oh yeah, I hear that.
Which that will be getting to you soon, Scarred.
You are under no pressure.
And that's
Thank
the
you.
best part of all these interlocked communities. No pressure, no stress. Be creative in your own time and bring us the results.
Look, when you want to, you want to. When you're ready, you're ready. It's...
Yeah, I like that. That should go on a t-shirt. Now, that's probably the last thing for the next 2 hours that's going to get said that should go on a t-shirt. We're probably we are about to play Beautiful Space Pirates. For the people that are watching that do not know, these fine and wonderful characters, they're neither fine nor wonderful as far as I can tell, but they are going on a mission to accomplish things. They only have 3 stats. They are daring, they are handsome, and they are vicious in varying degrees. And we are going to see exactly how those 3 stats play out as these 4 people encounter just the right Messiah for the job. So according to the prophecy outlined in the sacred books of Testicles 2, the Messiah of the multidimensional Church of Scintillation is due to arrive on the planet and unite the warring factions any day now. The problem is, the 4 of you just found that Messiah dead of a drug overdose, stowed away in your hold. So one of you is going to have to be the Messiah and fulfill the prophecy, or this whole planet's going to die in a raging war. Luckily, you were able to illegally download a PDF of the holy text, and you have learned a few things. To prove that you are the prophet in question, you must marry the powerful techno-wizard warlock of Testiclesian's 2 slumlands. You must pacify the ghost king of the sepulchre, and you most confusingly must burn with the light of a furious star. No one really knows what that last one means. There is, of course, because this is a pirate show, a map, and on that map is a large 3-dimensional X showing you the location that you need to go to get to this planet. Have we met before? No. Let's do this. Let's do this way. You guys walk out of, you were doing various things in various places, and who knows what. And each of you in your own time just opened a door and stepped through, and the door closed behind you, and you found yourselves on this spaceship in the storage room with the body of the Messiah in front of you. None of you have ever met before. So let's briefly go around and do just like a really quick visual-only description of what the others see when they look at you. Comet Montgomery, what do they see?
When you look at Comet Montgomery, you see a dashing rogue in a red jacket, lovely blonde hair streaked back, and a smile that could melt ice caps.
So he's bad for the environment. Excellent. Jeet, what do we see when Jeet comes through the door? Feel free to, to tell me how they come through the door as well.
Just door kicked in, loud with a bang. This gruff, slender, emaciated individual with blue hair and a beard that goes down to mid-chest and halfway down his back, and just
It's even more impressive if you consider
so
the door is
perhaps
open like
behind
this.
you there's a bar fight going on in the room you just came from. Is that kind of the impression that I get? You were winning, you just had to go to the bathroom, and now you're here.
so everybody is down,
Yeah.
and it's just like
Okay.
just slams
Colt.
it.
Perfect. Colt, you quickly see those two. What do they see when they look back?
Well, first of all, I'd just like to say that all four of us, it's not first time meeting, because I know this here fool, and
Right.
I slap
forgot. Yep.
Jace in the shoulder immediately. I'm like, "What'd you do? What shit? What? Who the? What'd you do? What'd you do?" And you see like two. It should be pirate-looking people, but really they look way out of place. Like they got plaid shirts on, and they got some like maybe a cowboy hat on, cowboy boots, and they looked at
Please
me.
tell me one of you is wearing a
That's
toque.
where.
Please.
No, well,
No.
No,
No, I saw the
toque.
faces. Never mind.
No,
I'll put a toque on somebody else later. It's okay.
No, we don't need toques. No.
So, yes,
Wait, this is a yes, let's environment. Find us a toque. It's got to be a magical toque. I'll wear that.
it's a
toque.
magical toque. I will.
There you
I
go,
want a
there you go.
magical toque. Have you ever seen the toque on the cowboy hat? Look, it's actually it's kind of an outdoor hockey game thing.
Shit.
Well,
Never mind. You know, I think that's for Plunder and Drace. We'll let Plunder and Drace wear the toque on top
Yes.
of the cowboy.
Yeah, because
So
if
you
Colt
reach
gets
over
that
to
one,
Plunder and
then
Jace. Yeah.
yeah. If Colt gets that one, then I might be a little jealous. So I might take it just right off his head, and it's mine now.
So
Anyway,
are the
so-
two of
so
are the two of you
I-
matched, like clothing wise, or is it just like similar styles? I know it's a fine
similar
line, but-
styles. I would say, yeah, no, but you might see like later on in a scene, maybe we switch shirts.
It happened.
Gotcha.
It's happened a time or two. Yeah.
So
It has-
they're
it has been
different.
known to
That's
happen.
important then. So they're different colors of plaid. This is important. This I'm
So,
sure.
so
they'll
quick, we
tell
need to
it later.
disguise. Switch shirts.
Yes, now they'll
Yeah.
never know
Yes,
who we
exactly,
are. Yeah.
You got it. Perfect.
Excellent.
Yeah, it's like
You're on the right level.
All right. So the four
Anyway,
of you. Yeah.
when he smashed me, I'm like, "Oh, I didn't do it. You did it!" And then I smacked him upside the head. So why did you kill that guy? What?
Kill that guy, you kill. And then we both look over at
The beard guy.
the other two are
beard
like,
guy.
they must have done it. The beard guy did it. The beard guy
Yes.
did it.
Oh, this beard guy totally did it.
Talking about I just did them. I didn't want to do this.
You know, Comet Montgomery thinks that maybe he shouldn't have given him all that cocaine and ecstasy. But, that's Comet Montgomery's issue. So, Comet Montgomery is just going to take a broom and, push him into
No.
a corner.
I'm gonna kill Comet Montgomery in about
It's
5 more
Comet-
repetitions.
Please tell me Comet Montgomery speaks in third person on the regular.
He does.
Oh shit, man.
That's
Just
gonna be
walks
awesome.
over to Comet Montgomery.
Adds 2 to all the difficulty ratings. Adds 2 to all the difficulty. Speaking of difficulty ratings, the doors open, the four of you step in, there's the body. And like I said, this is like a drug overdose messiah issue. You find the paperwork, the four of you read the paperwork, and you hear in the background the ship's computer says, "Now entering. Now entering."
Now we're in here.
And
Oh,
now entering what?
controlled airspace, and you feel the shudder of the ship settling into the atmosphere. Your ship's not in very good shape. It's got problems. So it used to be called the jib. Now it's called the broken jib. But yes, it settles into the atmosphere. You look out the tiny portholes because why not? It's a spaceship. It's going to have tiny portholes. And you can see you're dropping towards the planet. You've got minutes before you touch down. What, if anything, do you do?
Well, okay. So is it going fast?
Oh yeah, you're coming in.
Okay. Okay. So
It's
I'm
starting to get
I'm
the
probably
heat generated around the bottom. Yeah.
Okay, I'm probably
Jason
like,
Cold are in each other's arms.
yeah, I'm just like, hang on to something, hang on to something.
You're holding on to each other, bouncing around the room because neither one of you is holding on to anything but each other. Yeah. Comet and Jeet, what are you doing?
Jeet just storms right over to the stick thing and just viciously yanks it back and just goes,
Yeah. Comet Montgomery, tell us what Comet Montgomery does.
Well, Comet Montgomery was pushing. Comet Montgomery was pushing. Oh no! What is his? The Messiah into the corner with the broom. So, still kind of what he's doing.
Jason, I thought it was the guy with the beard, but it's the guy with the broom. The guy with the broom did it. The guy with the broom did it.
Yeah. Honestly.
The ship is kind of doing this stuff as it comes. It's like it's adjusting its height to absorb the heat of re-entry. Because why not add a little bit of science just to pretend?
Yeah, I mean, Comet
But the
Montgomery
floor
is also
tilts,
standing-
and you, the broom, the body all start to slide towards the corner, poof, into the wall. And as the Messiah, the ex-Messiah, the deceased Messiah, the Messiah that is no more, slams into the wall. There's a poof of white powder from inside a shirt pocket, and you thump into the wall above him.
I want to sniff the powder.
Don't do it. It's crap. We did that
There's a
last time.
whole-
We did that last time. You don't want to do that. Jeez, you don't want to go there again, man.
Oh,
Jason,
got Comet Montgomery's eyes.
I've already sniffed the powder.
Yeah,
I've done it.
Yep. It's a slightly low G environment. So for the purposes of this, you go and like an area, just all of it comes to your nose, and now there's this little sort of ball of space that has no cocaine in it, and you're just kind of going around making these little spaces that don't have any. Colin
Jace,
Montgomery.
this is what it feels like in your brain. I
Oh,
see.
well, maybe I should have some, and I'll tell you whether or not it is or not. Is there any left?
Oh, there's lots. There's tons of it.
Then I'm gonna.
If you need
have
any
a
more, just
sniff.
get Comet to kick him. There's more in there.
I'm gonna have a sniff as well, because I do have to, confirm or not confirm how my brain is working to my dear friend.
I see.
What brain? You
See,
have a brain?
I see this because everybody does it differently, right? I see you sort of slowly just walking across the room doing one long sniff. So you leave behind you this tube of empty space that there isn't any in. Jeet.
Jeet has settled away from the cloud and is just like, what in the Sam hell you idiots doing? And pushes off while holding his breath till he gets to the one of the pod door things.
Yep.
And
Jace.
blows it back at him along the way and goes, we got a job to do.
As you say that, a 2-pint glass, because you're a warrior, slides out of the door behind you across the floor to your feet. Punk.
Just looks at it, dumps it out.
Oh no!
This will come handy.
big glass battering ram is what I just gave him. Okay. So, I guess that leaves Comet. Have you got a tail? Is that what I'm hearing here?
Comet slamming in. I'm trying to both use first and third person in this.
You started it.
I know. I don't like role playing in third person, but I've now done it, so I'm stuck with it. Comet Montgomery slams into the Messiah, and at the same time, so a big shot of powder is all in it, and kind of Comet was kind of going while going forward, so it's all in his mouth and his eyes, and he's just going And that hair gel that you use, you're all kind of shiny and crystally, and you're in that bad blonde hair slicked back thing, yeah. So you have willfully or not, you have absolutely partaken. So yeah, the three of you are riding. With that, the ship slams to the ground, and the thing comes down on its belly, because this is like Flash Gordon sort of spaceships. Comes down and goes poof,
and then the legs extend, and now it's up in the air again like it should be, but there's a big dent where it actually landed in the ground first. And then the door opens and the walkway goes and goes back in and comes back up, and then thud drops into place.
Just proceeds down.
Down the
Dun, come or not?
You're stomping so hard as you go down the stairs, the whole craft is bouncing slightly as you walk down the stairs. Yeah. What are the other three doing? What you see in front of you?
I'm following him, but I'm kind of like with Colt snickering or like whispering into his ear. I think we know that guy with the beard. He seems like really familiar somehow. Do we know that guy?
Yeah.
Do we know that guy?
I was thinking the same thing. As soon as he said the word Sam Hill. and I hook my finger into the belt loop of Jace. So as he's walking, I'm just looking at the stars, but they're probably not the stars in the sky. They're just the stars that I'm seeing.
Yeah, you think you've got your finger sort of loosely in the belt loop. Jace, you're kind of almost like getting wedgied. Because unbeknownst to you, Colt's kind of lifting a little more than they normally would. So they're not they're not in not being lost mode. They're kind of in wedgie mode.
Hey. Save that for tonight. Hey.
Whoa.
Save it for later.
I'm not into that. I told you, I don't even have how many times I gotta tell you I'm not into that yet.
You guys have come down in the space yard, which is good. Unfortunately, you came right down on top of a very expensive private yacht, which is not so good. And as you look out the tiny portholes, you see your spaceship reach up and scrape part of the yacht off on its other leg before putting its foot back down on the ground. Just beyond the edge of the spaceport is the city itself. You have 3 goals, Messiah. What are you doing?
Wait, I forget the 3 goals
Yes,
already.
please
Gotta
remind me
marry
of those
someone.
goals.
Something about a star.
There's something about a star.
You guys.
We gotta kill a ghost. I know we gotta kill a ghost.
Okay, we gotta kill a ghost.
There's going to be no consequences to this, but I'm going to have this happen in public. So you guys step out of the spaceship, down the stairs, about halfway to town. What are we here for? What are we here? And one of you pulls out the PDF, and you guys are sort of handing it back and forth and reading bits and pieces back and forth to each other. The 3 things were marry the techno wizard, pacify the ghost king of the sepulchres, and burn with the light of fury of a furious star.
STIs.
Told you later.
Let's kill the ghosty first.
Oh, I don't know. I kind of want to marry a techno wizard. Get this guy off my back.
No.
Hey.
You
Hey,
and
Comet Montgomery is a ladies' man beyond any kind of ladies' man.
You go anywhere near that girl and I'll use this on you.
Comet Montgomery has
I
taken
don't
your.
want this, but
saying-
none of you can burn like a star.
You're right. Marriage may be tying Comet Montgomery down. Comet Montgomery is more of a free agent.
And with that... Yep,
Okay. Well, how about I'm thinking that we just like all pick one and then maybe we just go do it. But like there's only 3, so we both have to do something.
One of us has to be the Messiah. I'm the
One of
Messiah.
them-
No, you're the Messiah.
Yeah,
You're the
yeah, the
Messiah.
guy
No,
the
you're
guy
the
with the
Messiah.
beard. The guy that with the beard is definitely the Messiah.
Yes.
And as you're discussing that, you sort of turn into each other and you see behind each other your 3 choices. Basically, there is a large, obvious wizard sorcery sort of tower. You know, those impossibly tall ones that wizards do because they don't have to climb stairs because they've all got levitate, and it's got the impossible balconies on it and the impossible wind, the banners flying in the wind and all of that. It's also sparking fairly regularly and throwing off bolts of electricity that send the locals running every now and again. Off to another side, there is a grove of very dark trees that looks like they look for all the world like they're dead, but they've still got all their leaves. They're black leaves, black trees, very heavy shadows. Probably a place one would put a sepulcher. And there is a sight you all have grown to hate. You are and have been, in your own ways, part of the beautiful space pirates for some time now. There's a union. You paid your dues. You put in your 90 days of before you were full members. And right over there at the other end of the spaceship parking lot is the spaceship of the butt ugly space pirates. Your sworn foes.
Wait, is that a self-determined name?
One.
It
Is
is.
that
They
the
have
name we
chosen to
call
call themselves, it says right on the side of the ship, butt ugly space pirates.
Tom Montgomery has met some butt ugly space pirates before.
But were they
It
official
does
bug
but to
ugly?
disservice.
Yeah.
Comment. I'll make you a deal. You can go marry the lady, and I'll go deal with that stuff. The
I got the
bug.
ghosts.
Okie dokie.
It sounds like it's all decided.
Split the party in a one shot. Thank you. I love everybody.
Well, you guys all chose, and I didn't get one, so I'm just.
You're the Messiah.
But so what do I do? Do I go into the town and do something?
I got an idea. Why don't we all take a lead on it, and then we just if anybody asks, we say Jace is the Messiah. We're just the party traveling with the Messiah, and we'll just tackle each one of these things one at a time. But Beard Guy's got the star thing, and Blondie's got the wizard wife, and I got the ghost.
Okay.
We got this.
Yeah.
Nothing could go wrong at all. It's a flawless plan.
Don't worry, I forgot the plan already.
I ain't worried.
Let's go into the pirates. Okay. So, if I have got this correct, Colt is going into the forest after the ghosts, or the Ghost King.
Eventually.
Is that correct?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Well, my plan was that we're still gonna do it all.
Is your plan for you guys to stick together, or are you splitting up?
My,
don't care
my
either way. I
plan
just
was
wanna
for
know.
us to stick together.
Okay. That's one vote for stick together.
Yeah. That's my vote.
I see at
Do
least
I get
one
two votes?
face
Does
that
Jace
isn't.
count as my second vote?
Okay.
Jace.
Well.
Oh, I believe, yeah. The universe says I believe Jace gets their own vote.
Yeah, I get my own vote. Okay. I vote.
Fine.
I vote that we go together because me and Ghost don't they don't go together very much. So I need people with me. Not saying I'm scared or anything, because that's just dumb. Be scared.
Yeah, well, you're just lucky you took the same vote as me, because otherwise tonight was going to get further and further away. Know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that leaves the other two.
I'd be willing to watch these kids' backs.
Tom and Montgomery will go anywhere that there are ladies.
That's the wizard tower, buddy.
Yeah, there ain't no ladies here, I don't think.
Are
So
we
we're starting
certain that
with
this
the lady.
ghost king isn't a ghost lady king?
Nope, just a king.
Dang it. Well, maybe Comet Montgomery will get lucky somewhere.
Maybe there's a ghost princess.
Maybe.
And if nobody else is going to say it, I will. Comet Montgomery is looking for some tail. Are you kidding me? I mean, nobody said that. I had to do that. I had to go there.
I did see tails in the chat.
That just made it twice as bad. Thank you. So, Comet, you. So, I guess the choice then is where are we? If we're staying together, where are we going first? Wizard's Tower seem to have a couple of votes.
Yeah, let's get him some tail.
Excellent,
Oh,
because
right.
Comet Montgomery is an excellent seducer. There's a backflash very quickly to Comet Montgomery's last seduction. And he's just crying in this woman's lap. Comet Montgomery is so lonely.
And piling money on the floor. Just piling
See-
more and more money on the floor.
If we do his quest first, he might die, or he'll get married. And either way, we get rid of him. So let's go that way.
Just somebody, whatever happens, somebody get it on video. You guys make your way to the tower. May I be so bold as to say that Comet leads the way in?
Sure.
Are you going to make an entrance?
How to best make it? Comet Montgomery
Big double door.
throws the doors open and goes, Comet Montgomery is here, and he is ready to be wed.
Wed,
Line up,
wed,
ladies.
Wed. Ladies. Echoes in this big empty room on the main floor.
Comet Montgomery is a very attractive person. He's not.
Even your echo is against you.
You just hear Sheet going, ah, ha, ha, ha. And just chorus coming back in.
There is a double flight of stairs going up at the back of the room up to the second floor.
This is beginning to have a effect on Comet Montgomery's self-esteem.
You'll get lucky, buddy. She's
No,
up the stairs.
no self-esteem, no self-esteem, no self-esteem, no
Hey,
self-esteem.
Jace.
Jace
And it
will
just keeps
impulsive-
going. Like it never fades.
Hey,
Jace
Jace.
will just impulsively push past Comet and say, Jace is here and will not accidentally get you pregnant and leave you.
Comet Montgomery makes no such promises.
Colt
Hey,
is like
Jace.
this behind them. And Jeet's looking for somebody to hit.
Jace.
Because he's laughing so hard.
Hey,
He
Jace.
just needs
What?
You see
What?
those double staircases?
Yeah.
You take left, I take right. All right.
What do we, okay.
Race to the top.
Okay. 3, 2, 1, go.
I'm already running.
You cheated, so you're gone. You're early. Let's do a roll, just because we probably should at some point. We haven't even got to the first encounter yet. What the hell? Let's do a roll. Give me daring as you bolt and take chances, like run, because this is Space Pirates, so you're trying to run up the banisters and stuff. We're just going to compare you to each other. A 3, a 1, and a 2. It's not good. Maybe it's because of the lower gravity in here, but you guys get to the stairs and you do that thing where you start, like you're running harder and you're kind of off the stairs and kind of bouncing on the way up. It's not your best look. Let's put it that way. You kind of like catch a toe when you're almost tumbling. As
I'm
you get
closer to
further
you.
up, the gravity's getting even lower, so you are now falling up the stairs. Sorry, what was that?
I said I'm closer than you.
Yeah. The two of you are falling up the stairs as you kind of skid to a stop at the top. Each of you finds yourself looking at an 8-inch black leather stiletto heel.
Ooh, I just found myself a nice looking pair of heels.
I'll give you 5 whatever currency we're using to wear those for 25 minutes.
Oh, I'm totally gonna take that bet.
I knew you would.
A hand, because neither one of you has looked down, a hand reaches down with long, pale fingers and even longer black lacquered nails and starts to undo the boot. As you look up, it goes up past the knee of this person, and as you look up, imagine like a death elf looking down at you, all hard planar surfaces and long flowing hair. Absolutely the most androgynous. I almost said creature. That's not. I meant it in the best possible way. The most androgynous person you've ever seen in your life. Got frilly fronted like tuxedo shirt, and like the jacket is full tails, tuxedo tails, bow tie, and then a short leather skirt and these knee-high boots.
The
Jewelry
squeal
to
that
match.
comes out of Colt is not manly. And then I'm immediately running down the stairs, racing back to the bottom.
Okay. You hear behind you as the heel of one of those stilettos lands right where your hand just was before you pushed off and headed back down the stairs. It chips the marble. Little pieces fly past your head. Plunder and
then
Jace.
I just like I watch all that go down, and then I'm like, excuse me, sir, madam, sir, madam, don't kill us. We're not gonna hurt you.
Oh, that's the Puss in Boots look right there.
That guy down there, he wants to marry you, I think.
Down there,
he's
not
here.
Not
if I
me.
He's coming up the stairs behind you.
no,
As you have
I-
that, I just want to finish one thing with
Okay.
Jace here. As you have that conversation, the zipper gets about halfway down the calf, and as you sort of stumble to a stop, you hear this voice. You can call me vague, and could you help me with that? And the finger comes out of the loop and leaves it right there in front of you.
Don't get her pregnant.
Which one of us are you talking to, dear?
I'm not entirely sure at this moment.
Meanwhile, back on the stairs, yeah. What do you do?
Okay.
You asked for the boots, so
Okay, the boots. I'm just clarifying. The boots are on him.
yes, at the moment. But the one
Okay.
is like 3/4 unzipped, and they've asked you to finish the job. Yeah.
Okay. Well then I'd be like, oh well, okay. I'll help you if I get to try them on, because I have a little wager, with someone over here that I couldn't wear them, but I think I can.
I wave the
And
fiver.
I'm
Yeah.
slowly unzipping, but like just waiting for a reply.
Absolutely. You start to unzip a little more, and you finish asking the question, and the calf that you're unzipping from just flexes, and it's like the zipper gets pulled out of your finger, and it just goes pss, down to the bottom, and the boot just falls. And as they step back, it's an 8-inch step down and back, and as they do that, the other foot kind of cantilevers up, and you can see them reach down and start to unzip the other one. I wouldn't have it any other way. You're going to look great in them.
Oh yeah, I know. Honey.
And as you start to put them
I look
on-
good and everything,
Yeah.
I look good and everything.
As that happens, Comet, you're coming up the stairs.
if I can, I've some just kind of from nowhere. Comet kind of puts an arm around Vague and goes, "Hey, beautiful, come here often."
I live here.
So that's a yes.
No.
No shit.
I'm
I
almost
could've
always
answered that.
here. I hardly ever come here because I very rarely go anywhere else.
I think that was a sex joke.
Oh shit.
Oh,
It was a bit
was
of
that
both.
and it looks right back at you like this far away. Was that a sex joke?
A little bit of both.
It's just normally when somebody tells me those, they squeeze my ass. I wasn't sure.
Oh, I'm building up to that.
And then boom, the other shoe comes off, and now they're like down here by your armpit. They used to be looking you in the eyes, but the 8-inch heels just came off.
So, how about you say that we get hitched and skip all of this crazy other stuff?
You just comply. Okay, well, sure. Give me a that's a roll if ever I've heard somebody ask for one. Give me a. Well, you tell me. Is this daring or is this handsome? Is this
I
just?
think it's handsome.
Are you trying to
because
be
it's
charming? Okay,
It's
I wonder.
charming and a little sexy.
Yeah, I was wondering if that's what you were going for, or whether it was just pure daring, like, "Hey, you wanna?" Just hoping you don't get slapped. But yeah, okay. So give me a handsome roll.
Oh, God's above.
You suggest getting married, and I did mention. I mean, this is practically foreshadowing. Coming up from below, a slap really hurts. It's like up and back from the chin, like that. You kind of have to take a step back. Luckily, weirdly, you're saved by the ring. For just a second, you kind of bounce off 3 ropes and fall back, and then they're not there anymore. It's really strange. But yeah, you are actually slightly concussed by this slap. That is a fail. Take 1 peril.
All right.
However, she looks slightly less offended. Sorry, they look slightly less offended than they did a second ago, weirdly. Because you did, you take your peril, but you did reduce the difficulty by 1.
Can
At
I
this
use one
point-
of my scene
Yeah.
things?
Absolutely, you can.
Okay, I'd like to use to create a useful fact of this alien culture.
Okay, absolutely. What about vague don't we know?
I'm gonna go a little like carefully back up the stairs this time. I'm not racing, and I kind of lean toward Comet Montgomery,
Yeah.
and I say, I believe proposals in this place require you to be seated on the throne, if you know what I mean.
Ah, their lap.
No.
The bathroom.
I mean, yes. That is the place of proposals in this here planet.
And because you can choose to do this once per scene, yes, yep, that is now canon for this, butt canon, so to speak. Okay, so that you now know that. At that, Vague looks at you and then looks down at Colt and says, "You're dirty. I
so
like
you want to go to the bathroom and make this a little bit more intimate?
Oh, do I?" And they're already heading down the hall. What are the rest of you doing? Particularly, I would like to know because we haven't heard from him in ages. What's Jeet doing?
Jeet
All those
has not
talking's
left
going
the
on.
main foyer. He has been on the ground laughing the entire time.
Just rolling around, giggling. Okay. Yep.
And he, just to see how this might play out for Comet, he's going to check the NPC's fear and see how viciously his laughter might hurt him after that.
Oh, so that's the ability to find out what the NPC is most afraid of? Is that what you're... Okay.
Wait. Scratch that. Don't want to know fear. But I am going, since I do want to do something, I am going to roll a d10 to see because this situation is just hilarious to him.
Yep, absolutely.
What occurs.
Just give us a... Let's see. There's been so many bad rolls tonight. A 4, yeah. You are, like you said, you're rolling on the floor. You are having a really hard time getting a deep breath. For anybody that's looking, he'll be back in a second. He's playing on a tablet, so he has to switch back and forth between Zoom and the game to do stuff. There he is. There they are. Sorry. But yes, you managed to get some control over yourself. But as you look up, you see that at the top of the stairs, Vague they're out of their boots now, and Jace is almost into them. But what you do notice from this distance is, okay, I'm going to steal something that Bison said and make it even worse. You see on the ceiling, painted on the ceiling like the Sistine Chapel, It's
Mhm.
pictures of the marriage proposals for generations of this family. So starting in the top left, it's like a hole in the ground with a shovel beside it, and a couple with like one person on their knee asking the other one to marry them. And it just goes along. You see, they get to outhouses, then they get to like a. It's like the history of toilet proposals on the ceiling. Generations of them.
Keeps cracking up.
It's just
like,
folding.
fuck. This is where you will find him when everything is done.
As Jace is zipping up these like really too tall heels, he's noticing the ceiling, and he's just like sniffling, like, it's so beautiful. Cole, look at this. Isn't it so beautiful?
I wish I could see it better. Can I get up on your shoulders?
How about how about I wear this one and you wear this other one? And then we'll both be the same height.
You guys chat
Three-legged
for a while.
race.
I'm actually having to reset the images here in OBS. So go ahead and chat amongst yourselves, please.
We could like walk around three-legged.
Yeah, that's what I mean. But like, you have this heel, and I'll have this heel, and then our like normal feet are kind of just like gonna be dangling.
I would, but this is your 25
You putting the boots
minutes.
on the outside or on the inside,
Oh, definitely on the outside.
or both?
Yeah, duh. Like, well,
Okay, I don't know.
That's a given. Okay.
Okay, so two of you put on one boot each. Start arms around your shoulders, hobbling down the hall. Comet, you are heading down the hall with Vague. As you head down that hall, Vague puts two fingers up and blows a huge whistle. And running from all directions comes servants bearing toilet paper on golden holders, and magazines held in golden wrappers, and tiny ceremonial mock outhouses with little moons cut in the doors, and they start to form up an official ceremony behind you.
Comet is going to look at the toilet paper and go, "No thanks, I brought my own," and then just a thing of sandpaper.
Oh, give me a handsome roll, because I've just decided something.
6.
6 out of 10. Okay. You pull out the toilet paper, and everything stops. Everybody freezes. The whole entourage stops and stares at Vague to see how they will respond. And they reach over and put two of those very long fingernails right up under your chin. You can feel your jugular pounding between them. And they lean in. I didn't know you liked it rough.
Incredibly so.
And 6 is still not a success. So as you say that, doink, there's a double poke and the skin is broken. Take another peril. But at least you're down now to a more reasonable number. They turn around and look and see the two of you in their boots. And they just grin at the two of you. Does the phrase polyamory apply to anyone?
Yes.
I just look directly at Jace and I slowly shake my head. Gritted teeth.
Polly, what? I think I'm going to say yes.
You're pretty
Right.
sure you went to school with polyandry. Yeah.
I think the answer is always just yes. So, Colt, I said yes.
I know
Okay,
what you say.
Jace, unknown to yourself, make a handsome check for me, please, while you unknowingly propose.
Heck
There it is.
yeah.
Wow, there it is. You
Yeah.
say that, you kind of, as you turn back from Jace, there's just this sort of flicker of black and white motion. Comet, you now have your arm around nothing. Jeet, just as you get back up on your hands and knees, that there's still the stars are still sparkling from the lack of oxygen. You finally get a deep breath and you look up at the stairs and see the two of them, arms around each other, and Veg just takes Jace out. Just poof. The boot stays. Jace just gets tackled down the stairs. There's just legs and arms and feet and kissing sounds and attempted kissing sounds as they tumble down the stairs. Jace, when you get to the bottom of the stairs, you are absolutely, positively married to Vague.
I would like to take an aside and go, thanks, Space God. That's not what I meant. Dang it. Poorly timed garage door. Thanks, Space God. That woman, that person, that wizard was crazy.
that wizard is now lounging on the floor next to Jace.
And then Jace is just like, all his hair is all matted and his clothes are all like half off and everything. He's like, oh, God damn it, I did it again.
Disheveled. You look down. Let me ask, how many fingers are on the third finger of Jace's left hand now?
How many rings?
Yeah, how many rings? Sorry, not how many fingers. How many rings are on that finger now?
I think if I have enough rings that it's up to like the fingernail.
They have to be really small now, just pop on the end. Colt, standing at the top of the stairs in one boot, balancing on an 8-inch heel. What happens next? There are no consequences in this game. You may do whatever you please.
I watch as that takes place as if I've seen it 100 times.
Yep.
And I slowly unzip the boot that he's supposed to wear for 25 minutes and lost his 5 whatever currency.
Yep.
And then I put my own boots back on real slow as this whole thing's going on. I walk down the stairs and then I stand over them both and I look Jason in the eye and I say, "What's your wife gonna say?"
And then I just like look back up like puppy eyes and go, "Oh shit. Don't tell her. How about let's just keep a little secret between us three because you know we're poly and stuff now, right? Yeah.
You now think all of your names have poly. You think your middle names are all poly now. That's how you think this works.
Can't say I'm surprised.
Yeah, you kind of come back to this thing. We kind of skip that scene. We'll get you in the next one.
Just laughing as limping out the door, laughing because it got funnier and funnier, and he just and he's like, I'll be there.
Comet has been shut down again. I know it's not the right myth, but flew too close to the sun.
Can I roll something just to jump down from the top of the tower to the base level?
Of course you can. Roll a daring.
That's what I'd like.
Absolutely daring. Is you try and at least turn this into a good dismount.
Nope.
Yeah, not so good. I know
I-
exactly what happens.
oh,
Yeah, unless
I had
you
a-
tell us. Yeah.
Okay. Comet Montgomery jumps down and puts on a jetpack at the same time that he's trying to jump down, and then he turns on the jetpack at the last possible moment to try and kind of cushion
the landing. Yeah.
the landing. And Comet Montgomery is a bit of an idiot, if you haven't gathered yet, and didn't attach the jetpack on properly.
Oh, okay.
So the jetpack goes flying off, and Comet Montgomery goes, dang it, and breaks both his legs.
Yep. Take another peril. That's 3. So now if you roll that's 3, right? You're at total?
Yeah.
So if you roll a 2
If I
or
roll
less
a
on
2
any
or
one of these
lower.
rolls, you will be in most fierce difficulties.
Yes.
So with that, a voice from the top of the stairs, a very sort of fatherly, grandfatherly voice says, "If you've got what you came for, would you mind leaving?" And you look up, and a very powerful-looking sorcerer standing at the top of the tower, pointing down at you with a finger that is starting to spark with lightning.
And then I think I look up and I'm like, oh shit, was I supposed to marry you?
And Vague grabs you and leans in and says, "That's my dad. Don't piss him off. We should go."
Wait. Okay.
You know what? We came close enough. Let's keep going.
Are you the techno
there's just-
wizard or is he the techno wizard? Which one?
Technically, we're
Hey.
both techno wizards. There's like hundreds of us in this building.
Okay, that's
If you didn't want to know how the proposal went, you don't want to know how asking permission went. Let's just go.
Yes, onwards to victory. Crawling and just dragging with a bloody trail
Crippled
behind
self out the
him.
door.
And then I imagine that Veg is like pulling me along forcefully with her, and I'm like, "Thank you very much for letting me marry your daughter. Sure, I'll take good care of her. Sure, okay, bye. Thank you."
You did what? They did what? You did what? No, you're leaving. Okay. And as you leave, the door slams closed behind you with a finality that makes you sound like it's never going to open again. You turn to look, and the gap between the stone door and the stone wall starts to fill in from the inside. In the distance, you see now the spaceship of the But Ugly Space Pirates and the dark tunnel into the trees leading to the sepulcher of the Ghost King.
Jeet just looks down at Comet and says, "So do you want to go to get your grave dug first or beat some people up, buddy?"
You know, if I die, maybe I'll get ghost legs.
Maybe.
So, where are we going next? To the forest, to the darkness, or to the spaceship?
Oh, brilliant plan.
Is that like a cunning plan? Is that like a
No, it's not the cunning. It's an actual plan that would just be kind of, it will pacify.
Well, break my game. I'll tell you the same thing I tell everybody else. Break my game. Come and get it. So,
We don't have a
in that case, though,
limit
I'm
for
going to
when
make
the
you wait.
Messiah has to be done.
If you have that
properly,
plan, then we are going to let the others go first. First, oh yes, as you step out the door, Jace, in particular, Vague sort of steps to the side because there's some people standing in the street going, "Messiah, Messiah, Messiah." There's only about 4 or 5 of them, but there are a group of them, and they are definitely pointing at you.
Okay. So I'm walking with Veg and I'm hearing this, and then I go, "Yes, my child. Yes, my child.
You gonna
Yes,
bless
my
the people?
child. Yes, my child."
Give me a. Is that going to be daring or is that going to be handsome? Is this charming or is this sort of just trying to bluff your way through this?
This is definitely like handsome. Yep.
Okay, absolutely. So give us a handsome and see how well your people take to you.
Damn it.
Not well. You go to bless the first one and your thumb goes right in their eye. Ow! Ow! Oh, that's nasty. They're not the Messiah. You're just a... Ow! And then the rest of them are like covering their eyes and kind of holding out an arm like they want the blessing, but they're afraid they're going to get hurt. It's not a good start.
I'm gonna
Is it kind of that, like, let the dog sniff you?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
I'm gonna take one of my scene descriptions, and I'm going to determine that this non-playable character needs a hanky that I pull out of my plaid shirt, and
Yep.
then I spit on it, like I bless it with the holy water of my spit,
Yep.
And then I like pat their eye. Oh, sorry about that, honey. Sorry. I won't. Your pain is just better for me. I feel that.
Give me
honey.
another roll.
Can I aid him in this by being as committed to his right hand as I possibly can, saying the Messiah does not have time. The Messiah, and then to the one that he's trying to help, be like, the Messiah has time for you, sir, just you.
Absolutely. Give me a. That would be more again handsome. You're gonna try and charm them. Assist in the charm.
Sure, yeah.
Or daring. Your choice. I want you to succeed. Which one do you want to use?
I'll use the handsome one.
Okay. This is perfect. This is absolutely love this.
I think
Jace,
I rolled the 6 the second time you saw that.
Yeah. Oh, yes, I did.
Okay,
yeah.
okay,
So yeah,
okay.
you had this, right? You spit on it. You're reaching out for the. They're getting ready for the blessing. Maybe even Mother Teresa slipped once and put salt in the tea instead of sugar. It wasn't intentional. They're willing to give you the break. And just as you're reaching forward with the hanky, Colt steps forward and trips over one of the boots and sticks their thumb right in the other eye. They hate me. They hate me. Your God hates me.
It's the miracle of blinding people. It's what we do.
In the tree line, Jeet, because you've been looking the whole time. In the tree line, you see, undead skeletons. Dozens, maybe hundreds of them in there, waiting in the darkness. One of them looks out and gives to give you the finger, but they're missing those 2 bones, so they just give you the stump. I'm assuming. Tell me how you head for the trees, or assuming you do.
I look around and look back to see what everybody's doing. Hey, Comet, want to punch dead things?
Comet Montgomery has a plan. Quick, put me on your back. This is a Star Wars C-3PO Wookiee thing.
bonus dice.
I'll let you do it just this once. And he complies and lets him come on his back.
Jump
Oh,
on his back.
because I use my once per scene to just grab out some rope so I can be tied to the back easily.
Yep, and
absolutely.
you will be facing away. Now we got each other's back, right?
And
Boom, boom, boom.
heading for the trees. Give me the first one of the night. Who would have believed it when a pirate game it took this long? Give me a vicious. Be vicious unto the undead if you would be so kind.
As I disappear into
As
the
he disappears in a cloud of rage. Okay, these are undead. You just step in and you just start swinging. You figure on a good day you could get up to 10 of them in a round, right? Whatever a round is. You could get 10 of them in a couple seconds. And this time it's not that good. Maybe it's because the guys on your back got your balance off. You only got 4 of them, but you did take 4. Ahead of you in the darkness, you see a bigger, darker skeleton with a crown.
You want to call out the big dude, or should I?
He looks
Comet
up.
Montgomery has a brilliant plan.
Would you monster with the
I'm going to use my once per game and find a nearby party.
Absolutely.
And
You look around. Yep.
Sorry, and then I just kind of wave over the undead king. And if he doesn't do it, then he's going to be very rude, and I'm going to think less of him.
All right, give me.
And I let him know that.
This is a once. So give me 2 d10s, and we'll take the higher of the 2. This is that thing where you get this because this is the once a game thing. So
10.
10. That absolutely works.
And in this massive party that we're having, where
first let me tell you about the party that you found.
Awesome.
You turn and look behind you, and there is a druid festival going on. There are hundreds of druids, most of them naked, lots of them covered in mud for some reason, dancing around small stone monuments that they've made because most of them have got bad backs and couldn't build like a proper size monument. So they've made little tiny monuments and they're dancing in tiny circles around those. Most of these monuments, you now understand finally what Stonehenge was for. It was a scaled up version of one of these. And all these are is little stone tables to put your homemade beer on while you dance in circles around.
To pacify the Ghost King,
Yes.
Comet Montgomery goes, "Let's all party, get drunk," in a rallying cry of excitement and it kind of drawing the Ghost King in with the amazingness of this party that has just been increasingly made amazing by the appearance of Comet Montgomery.
Of course it has. And as the party starts to rock, the Ghost King is kind of looking at you. Give me 2 more vicious rolls, please, if you wouldn't be so kind. Because the undead have not stopped, even though he has engaged their boss. So you just keep smashing your way through these. Meanwhile, one of the druids... Oh, that's better, yeah.
You said 2 more?
Yeah, you're just smashing your way through them. Now, are you heading towards the undead king?
Where is Comet pointing me? Because
Oh, okay.
he's in
You're being
control now.
steered?
He's on
Yeah.
the party.
Is this a Ratatouille situation?
More or less, yeah. Yeah.
Just tugging on like blue hairs just randomly.
Just yeah, it's,
If I can, I will grab you by your eyebrows and just kind of
and
steer you towards the location. Yes.
and then just after you've beaten up all the undead, it'll be come on, we're going to a party, and kind of the what's the word? It's a conga line.
Yep. You start conga lining. Absolutely. I love it. And as you do, the head druid comes dancing up to you. He started the conga line, but there's only like 2 people in it. And everybody else has joined yours because yours is the cool conga line. And he kind of bounces up to you and he says, I know what'll fix that grumpy old dead shit over there. Some of these. And he holds out a handful of mushrooms.
Let's do this.
And he throws them at the dead king, and they hit. And he doesn't eat them. He's dead. They start to grow on him, and this thin layer, this a ring around sort of a fairy ring of mushrooms around his neck, and you hear the very disturbing sound of a skeleton laughing. It's just and he keeps pointing at things no one can see.
High five, dude.
And he actually starts to laugh so hard he starts to fall apart. And you have absolutely pacified the Ghost King in 1 round.
Not exactly my intended effect, but you
That's
know,
okay.
when you take a win, you take a win.
So now we kind of had one scene. We didn't split the party, but we kind of had split party scenes. So with that, we will move on to the final confrontation. Because now it's time. You have filled, actually, to be fair, there are now 2 groups of people before we move to this. As you move back into the common area in the spaceship yard, there's now 1 group of people following Jace around going, Messiah, Messiah, Messiah. And there's another group of people following Colin around, or Comet around, because he was also successful in one of the 3 things that had to be done. So there's another group walking around going, Messiah, Messiah. The 2 groups are starting to look at each other. And as you watch, they start throwing rocks and empty bottles at each other. You're witnessing the start of a religious war.
Hey!
It's a vault.
Make party, not war.
Your people stop. Jace, what do you do? Your people are like, cool, we have the advantage. And now they're going in for the kill.
I want to oblige them. I think we're gonna go in for the kill.
And they just start beating the shit out of Comet's followers and pummeling them into the ground. False
Heck
prophet!
yeah.
You worship the false prophet! Just bottle whipping them and booting them and just, oh, it's awful. The great schism happens on day 1 of the new religion. It will be known forever as the War of the Messiahs.
I slap Jason's shoulder. What would your wife think?
Which one? This one or the one that doesn't know that I'm with this one? I don't know. Maybe we should just ask it. Veg, what do you think about this?
I'm neither one way nor the other. Hi, I'm
Alright.
vague.
Hi,
Like it's a very old joke. Yeah, yeah.
Hi, honey.
And from inside the spaceship of the Butt Ugly Space Pirates, and yes, I saw it before, and I saved it all this time. I hope he's still watching Bison. The B in Butt Ugly Space Pirates is a butt. It's painted to look like a butt on the side of the ship. And it's an ugly ship. I mean, it's all rusty, and there's no reason for it to rust. There's no oxygen in space. This is intentionally looking bad. Right? It's all lumpy and bumpy and asymmetrical, and it's got stuff glued onto it that doesn't need to be there. They're going for intentional ugly. And the door at the front is open, and there's a big glass port just above it that you can kind of see in as well. And as you look, a blue and yellow flame flickers inside the spaceship. And you hear, "Ooh, good one." What are we doing?
I look over to Jeet and I'm like, "There's your star."
Yup, gonna go light it up.
Comet, what are you doing? Are you still riding Jeet? Jeet, is Comet still riding you? Those are both valid questions.
What are we doing? I'm facing the opposite direction now. Where are we going?
Do you want to stay here or be in possibly the safest place that there's about to be?
What?
I'm going to take that as you want to live and start walking towards the ship.
Absolutely. You start to get close. The other two, Jace, Vague is just, frankly, Vague is looking bored. They're kind of got one hand on your shoulder, and they're just looking around like they're not used to being outside.
Well, okay. So you're looking bored, and my people are killing the other people.
Yep.
So I think I might just follow Comet and the other guy.
Just go to see what's going to happen.
Honey. Yeah, let's just go for a walk, honey. They seem like they are handling themselves. I think I did my job just the way I needed to. So let's just go. And Colt, are you coming? Because we're just poly now, right? We're poly, so you've got to come with me.
Every once in a while, I'll like take out random bits of fabric or whatever I'm carrying on me and get Jace to lick it and toss it to the crowd.
They're throwing silver coins at you, like they're trying to buy relics. I have the, and they're like you can hear the lies behind you already. I have the bandana of the Messiah. It's a little piece that you ripped off, your shirt. It's this big, right? They're already telling lies about it.
And then that one guy's like, and they blinded me. They kicked me.
I'm healed. Yeah, the whole thing. There is now. Well, yeah, I mean, people join the winning side. So the more of Comet's followers that get beat up, the more people are coming out of the crowd and joining the winning team. And they're marching up and down. They're making placards and signs. They're organized. Meet the new Messiah, different from the old Messiah. You know, they've got slogans already.
This was a very short religious war. Shortest I've ever been a part of.
Well, it's about to all go to shit for them.
So the four of you and Vague get closer. Vague is totally not paying attention. When you spoke to them, you looked over to see if they were and they were looking at their nails in the sun. You realized they heard like the first three words that you said, and then they tuned out. They're just traveling with you. So the four of you get closer, and this time you hear something at the same time as the flames. Yes, Bison. Yes. You hear, and this huge inside of the building just vibrates with blue and yellow flame. And then it goes out. And you hear, oh, I'm going to puke. Oh, that was awful. Jeet, you're closest.
He just says, "Hey, pretty boys, I'm back."
And as you say that, the smell hits you. Burnt hair. That's all I'm going to say. The smell of burnt hair just wafts out of the spaceship as you open the door. And you look in just in time to see this hugely massive, oversized human pull up his pants and start high-fiving all of the friends around. They're all going, Claude, 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 Claude the fart, Claude the fart. The rest of you arrive at this moment.
Oh, Jace, not again.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I get so nervous sometimes. Just being the Messiah thing is hard. You don't know what I had to go through.
And you hear
There's this kind of a
muttering.
judgmental look from Comet.
You hear muttering inside. It's beautiful space pirates. It's beautiful space pirates. It's beautiful space pirates. I heard they can't fart at all. One of them says, I heard they don't even poop.
So wait, then it wasn't me. Colt smacks him upside the head.
Well, just because they say that don't mean it's true. They're taking your licked fabrics, man.
No, that's not them. That's another people. So that's my beautiful people back there. We're taking my lick
Yeah.
fabrics. These are the
Yeah,
people, the butt people.
Yeah,
These
you
are
don't
two
want me
different
licking
people.
nothing in here.
No.
But you entered our building. You know the rules. You've never heard of any such rules. It's an ass duel now.
Yup. And guess what? This is for taking my town from me and not caring about anything
Yep.
Glog has to say because of an infamous battle on my planet 20 years ago.
Absolutely. Yep.
He takes all that pent-up anger and resentment and just channels it into his wonderful game that star spell
Okay.
into this beer glass that was given to him earlier.
Yep.
So it's just a glowing star of light and energy.
Absolutely.
And swings in for everything to go broke.
Okay. Well, so you're swinging at. Well, I guess I need to paint you a little bit more of a picture before I ask you the question. Who are you swinging at? Because there are four people sitting in chairs that were waiting to do this. There is the first one is a young fella. He looks like he's probably 8 or 9 years old, and he's sitting on his dad's knee. You can tell, like from looking at them, that it's a father and son. So there's the young fella sitting there, and his dad's got him on his knee. They're clearly part of the team. The third member of the team is the one that you guys saw when you came in, Claude the Fart. He's huge and just sitting there, you can tell it's evil. He just a bad person to be behind when it all comes off, so to speak. And then sitting at the very end is this very petite, little like 4'9" tall, very narrow young lady with short cropped hair, blue jeans, t-shirt, big work boots, just sitting there. Her feet don't even come all the way to the ground on the chair, and she's just rocking her feet back and forth underneath the chair. The chair she's in looks a lot like a throne. Like this is, and the way that the respect that they're paying her, this is the champ.
Is this a bad time to tell him? I mean, to declare that flintlock is malfunctioning?
That works. Okay, let's go. Like this. Let's get what everybody's gonna do, and then we'll tell a story out of the remainder. So, you're going to. Who are you going to hit with the flash of light, the star spell light?
Glog is the one whose fart ripped out the whole town. So that's where Jeep was going for.
He's going to thump Claude. Absolutely. So you're thumping that? Yeah, Claude. Yeah. So like clump of dirt. Claude. Colt, you were going to stop what from happening?
I just wanted to. It just came to me that
Yes.
that flintlock is malfunctioning.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah. Whose flintlock is malfunctioning? I can take it from there.
That one over there, and there's one that someone's trying to fire in our direction.
Okay, absolutely. Okay, so you're making a flintlock malfunction. Okay, you're doing a star spell. Yeah,
I'm pointing out. Oh, look, a crane. Why is it hanging
you got
that weird
another crane.
big
Yeah.
block thing over top of that weird row of people?
Yep.
And I'm hoping that the person aiming the flintlock is aiming in that general direction as well.
Absolutely, they are. You bet. And Jace, what are you doing?
Well, I'm going to conveniently look up and find a beautiful crystal glass chandelier in a most convenient location.
Yep.
And I'm like, I will like, I see this like battle about to happen, and I want to, save my beautiful Messiah self before I get like a scratch or something. And so I will take my rope and I will lasso the chandelier, and I will like take my lovely lady man.
Take Vague with you and swoosh. Yes,
my lady man
absolutely.
up with me into the chandelier.
And like all the best. And like all the best Tarzan movies, you grab the rope and you kind of do that, and it takes you away like an elevator. Like you never actually swing.
Why is everyone leaving?
The three of you go swinging up into the air as you head away. Yes.
Comet Montgomery can't see what's happening. What's going on?
Oh, did we flash him too?
No. I'm just sorry. Comet Montgomery is facing the exact back.
He's facing backwards because he's doing the C-3PO on. Yeah, so he's facing the other way. All you can see is the wall. So, let's start with the malfunctioning flintlock, because the obvious queen of this organization, the little person in the final chair at the end, just very casually lifts up a cheek, like they're about to let rip. The person in the crowd fires the round. The flintlock round, and it misses you guys completely because you're allowed to make it miss. It malfunctions, and it whistles across the room, and you see it hit the belt buckle of this person, and the belt buckle explodes, the belt explodes, the jeans just drop to the ground, leaving them standing there in their drawers. But dun dun dun, there's an apparatus around their waist, which appears to be a magnifying sound device. It appears that the Queen of the Farts has been cheating all of this time. As you float away, that's what the two of you and Vague see. Comet, you're swinging your crane in the wind. That sounded really rude. What are you doing with your crane?
Oh, I was hoping the crane is just I can see the crane. And
I saw
it's
your whole
swinging a
plan
bit.
change. Make something up. Go.
Yes, it's swinging. It's and then you take a closer look, and it's just a leather belt that's
Yep.
attached to the big cinder block,
Yep.
and it's tearing a little bit as it's swaying back and forth. And as it fully tears, the massive cinder block that was attached to the crane comes falling down upon the self-proclaimed cheating queen of farts.
Absolutely. So at that moment, everybody goes, "Oh, they cheated!" And then the cinder block hits, and there's a sound which goes, and it sounds like the wettest fart of all time, and it is in fact the queen being crushed under the. I'm so sorry for those people that are making faces like that.
I'm just gonna
They
keep
are crushed
smiling.
under the cinder block, making a hideous noise. At that moment, the 2-pint solid crystal stein full of star spells smashes into the belly of Claude the fart. What happens? This is your number. So what happens?
So, old cartoon style, this giant
Yes.
of a man, kind of like if a certain mouse used an air pump on a certain cat over and over and over and over, just, and then right to the gut, and this bright, brilliant, shining light erupts from the as you hear the glass shatter, and just right when the tube snaps out of the mouth is what happens with his belly button, and just goes
Yes.
all
over
around
the room. Yep. And comes and be bouncing off the walls and slapping against the windows. For a moment, it looks like he's trying to get out because it gets in a corner and then it collapses. And when you look over, the mighty Claude is a shadow of his former self, just a skeleton and a lot of skin. And he's laying there, and he just looks up. That feels better.
That was for Bumtown. Walk away.
So, that's 3 of you have claim to the messiahhood on this planet now. You have 3 of you have been witnessed, and the other one is a poly, apparently. So, so that might have to be another game where we figure out exactly how the War of the Farts played out and who ended up being the actual real Messiah. Oh, I hope I did not go too far for anyone tonight. I had a big conversation with myself about having this being about fart jokes, but I find them tremendously funny. And so I made an executive decision, and I hope I haven't offended anyone.
I started it off with toilet humor.
So, yeah. So with that, I want to thank all these wonderful people. Oh man, putting up with my foolishness is not easy. Coming here and playing these games with no prep is not easy. Having to make it all up on the fly is not easy. You are all braver than most of the people who haven't done this will ever know, because they will never know the fear of what it's like an hour before. And you look at the clock and go, I'm going to do what in front of who with no prep? So, from one of those who knows what that feels like, thank you to each and every one of you for working through that fear and coming to play. I hope it was worth it. Farah, always a pleasure. I never know what to expect. This is why I so enjoy having new players, because everybody here is creative, and you're creative in a different way, and you surprised me again a couple times tonight. Thank you so much. I had a blast.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me.
Oh, you're very welcome. Saber, I've seen you play a bunch of different characters now. Always different, always unique, always fun. And they've all got this hope at the center of them that is just, even today, even Colt, it's like holding on to Jace's leg, going, "This will all work out. This is going to be fine." There's something about your characters that's just impossible to bring them down, and I love that. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
At the risk of sounding rude at the other end of that spectrum, Card, I don't even mean that. You could play Dark Bastard along with the best of them, but you can also play Insane Bard to the best of that as well, and everything in between. It's always a joy playing with you. It's fun keeping up. It really is a joy. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And Wookie, the trouble you go to flip back and forth on your tab from the camera to the game to play, you can't see the map screen, so you had to choose stuff without being able to read it. I appreciate every time you come and play with us, because I know it's just that much extra stress that you go through than everybody else does. So thank you very much. And on a personal note, I love the hair.
Thank you.
It's excellent. Fair.
And with that, I think, like I always do, I'm going to say, until next time, please be nice to each other. Good night.
Night.